Hey Sherilyn, yeah, so that's 6 dozen cinnamon buns, and can you make them bigger this time? They were a little, I don't know, on the small side the last time. Anyway, so thanks for that. Oh, I'm getting a text, so I'll talk to you later. Shekinah fundraiser happening now. Happening now? I gotta go.
Oh, hello friends of Shekinah. Welcome to our first virtual Friends of Shekinah fundraiser. Today's fundraiser is sponsored by the letters S, R, and C, and by the number 19, and is brought to you by the same people who brought you Friends of Shekinah 2019 live. This is our first attempt at doing this virtually, so there are bound to be a few goofs and guffaws. Mostly it will be Ron's fault. He's sort of technologically savvy, but his training is out of date by a decade or two. In fact, I overheard him muttering something about if only Windows 95 had stuck around a little bit longer. Still, here we are. We'll get going in a moment, but right now I am very excited to let you know that we have a celebrity guest. He's one of the biggest movie stars in the world. You might know him from movies like Jerry Maguire, Top Gun, and of course, Mission Impossible. I think I hear him now. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Mr. Tom Cruise. Hello?
Hey everybody, how's it going? You know, normally when they ask me to do these kinds of things, I blow them off, but hey, this is Shekinah, and we're on the best team. Woo! I love this place.
I kind of thought Tom was coming. Wait a minute. Well, how did you get here so fast?
Well, Sue, I felt the need. The need for speed. Need for Speed? Maverick? Goose? Top Gun? It's my catchphrase. Well, anyway, I got to get going. I got things to do. Just wanted to say hi to all of you at Shekinah, and all you Shekinah lovers out there. Show me the money. Woo! It's for a great cause. Show me the money. Another one of my catchphrases. Nothing? Huh.
Sure it is. Well, it's been great, Tom. Thanks for coming. Go now.
This is going to be good. You're going to kick yourself. I knew with this high-tech makeup and great CGI I'd be able to fool you. Brace yourself. But I'm not really Tom Cruise.
Really?
That's right. Look. It's me!
Oh, you had me fooled.
Now look, the COVID-19 pandemic has hit Shekinah hard, as it has for many of you and at your workplaces. Our 2020 calendar was basically full. Our spring school programs at full capacity, and our summer camp registrations were well ahead of last year.
And then it was gone. We have taken advantage of all our grants and deferrals, but we estimate we will still need an additional $40,000 to get through the summer months in order to pay our bills when they come due.
Now you can help us out to carry out our mission by donating in a few ways. By check, e-transfer, or you can donate online. You can find out all the information by going to shekinah.ca/donate. Now we can also arrange to meet you in an empty Tim Hortons parking lot if you happen to have a suitcase full of cash.
The rest of the program will go off largely unannounced. We have introductions by our board members and some sing-along opportunities with the one-take wonders. If you want to sing along to these Shekinah songs, please find the lyrics in the notes below or on our website. First up, we have our board chair, Phyllis Goertz. Take it away, Phyllis.
Hello everyone, my name is Phyllis Goertz. I have just finished my first 3-year term on the board of Shekinah and have started my second term. I'm currently the board chair. I volunteered to be on the Shekinah board for apparently what's the number one reason why most people volunteer. They were asked. Denise Martins, who had been on the board for 9 years and is a friend of mine, asked me to be on the board, and so I said yes. I have discovered that Shekinah is God's project. Amidst my times of worrying, how will Shekinah manage in such a lengthy time without income? Curtis Wientz reminded me of this fact. He said, much as we like to take responsibility and ownership for it, this has always been God's project. And so today, we are inviting you to participate as well in whatever way you already are or are able to in this project of God's for all to experience the glory and presence of God.
Hello everyone, Friesen here. I know some of you must be feeling anxious about Shekinah right now, or feeling like Shekinah just can't get a break. I know I've been feeling that over the last 3 months. You may even be feeling like Shekinah is at the brink of falling apart. Well, I'm here today to tell you that I feel like Shekinah is at the brink of something truly great. I've seen this over the last 2 years working with Ron and Sue. Their passion and their drive for Shekinah has truly been amazing to watch as they work tirelessly to make Shekinah what we all love. We hear it time and time again over the last 2 years from people coming down the hill saying that they feel the positive energy and the creative winds of change. I would also like to talk about our summer camp program. It broke my heart this past month to have to tell our summer staff that camp would not be happening. I've been so blessed to work with so many amazing young adults over the last 2 summers. I've watched them grow in their spirituality, watched them find themselves, watched them become friends and create a beautiful community at Shekinah. I've also seen them be so impactful in the lives of the campers that we have come down the hill. So today I'm asking you for your support. I know Shekinah is a beautiful community where I've always felt welcomed and where we hear time and time again from our campers that it is a place where they feel welcome as well. And I just can't imagine Shekinah Summer Camp not being in our community anymore. I look forward to good times coming soon, and I truly hope to see you all very soon at Shekinah. God bless you all, and have a beautiful summer.
Hi everyone, my name is Lalonde and I am one of the board members for Shekinah Retreat Center. The summer camp program at Shekinah is a cause that I care deeply about. I grew up going to camp and I also worked there as a summer camp counselor for 3 summers. Some of my best childhood memories are centered around Shekinah, and I would love to see it there still for my future children and grandchildren to have the same experience that I did. Please join us for a fundraiser online on June 28th, and even if you can't join us that day, please, we would appreciate your generous donations to help the success of Shekinah remain. Thank you.
So I was trying to think of ways to make giving more fun for you, to give you some incentive to give more and to give more. And so I thought, you know, at my age I don't have a lot going for me, but the one thing I do, even though my name's not Cruz, I've got a pretty good head of hair, you know, for my age, and I'm a little protective of it. But here's what I'm going to do. If you donate $5,000, I'm going to let Sue give me a haircut in any style. And now, if you think that Sue's, she's probably, at one time she was a world famous hairstylist, not true. She knows nothing about cutting hair. So this is this is for you, Shekinah. I wouldn't do it for anyone else. So that's $5,000.
So guess what, Ron?
What?
We already have a $5,000 donation. So,
Well, that's great. I mean, that's great. Okay. Well, that was easy.
okay. What next? What if we raise $10,000? What will you do? What will you let me do?
Buy me a nice supper?
I'll make you a nice supper and
All right, here's what I'll do. Turn that off. Makes me nervous. I'll let Sue give me kind of a buzz cut, but not at the shortest guard. Not the really short one. Somewhere in between, maybe nice and tight on the sides and a little longer up top. That's what I'll do. $10,000 though, not for free.
okay. What about $15,000?
All right, 15,000 for you, Shekinah. 15,000, whatever that shortest guard is. Sue's just gonna all over. It's not gonna be pretty. I've got lots of scars. Half the side of my head's dented in, but I'll do it. 15,000. Get going.
That sounds great.
All right,
What about
feel
20?
alright.
What about 20,000? What would you let me do?
20,000. Well, if we get 20,000, Sue can take a razor to my head and just like shave me like Kojak in the old days. Look him up. That's it.
Done?
Done.
Hi, my name is Jeff Olfert. I've been on the Shekinah board for about 1.5 years now. I attend Utana Park Mennonite Church. And rather than tell you what Shekinah means to me, I thought I would just take a few minutes and show you. Thanks for joining us at this virtual fundraising event. Stay safe.
Hello, my name is Heidi Dick, and I am a board member of Shekinah Retreat Center. Shekinah has always been a very special place to me, as it's somewhere where I felt my deepest and strongest connection to my faith and spirituality. It's also where I formed a lot of the friendships that I still have today. I attended the summer camp for as many years as I could, and when I couldn't attend that anymore, I came back every year as a volunteer cook. Becoming a board member was another way that I felt that I could keep my connection with Shekinah and continue to connect with the wonderful people who keep Shekinah functioning. Still to this day, every time I get to go to Shekinah, I get very excited, whether it's for a concert, family gathering, church gathering, friend gathering, board meeting, or even just to explore the expansive and beautiful grounds that Shekinah has to offer. Unfortunately, current events have deterred us from being able to do these things. So to support Shekinah's future, I encourage you to join us for the Friends of Shekinah virtual fundraiser that's occurring on June 28th. I hope to see you all there.
They gave me the everyone, my name is Audrey Kampen, and no, this is not an advertisement for the Werner Paddling Company. Rather, it is an opportunity for me to explain why I love Shekinah so much and why I enjoy serving on the board at Shekinah. As I was canoeing down the South Saskatchewan River last weekend, one of my fellow paddlers and friends identified with me when I shared that I had learnt to paddle at Pike Lake Bible Camp. My love of camping and of the water and of the outdoors really started there. I also have many wonderful memories of the early years of Shekinah, both as a counselor and as an executive on the Saskatchewan Mennonite Youth Organization. There is no doubt a junior high retreat at Shekinah with 200 participants helped prepare me for life as a junior high teacher. Shekinah was also a wonderful place for my son. The summer after grade 2, he begged to go to Shekinah for a week. He was fully confident that he was ready, and I was confident that it would be a good place for him that summer and for years to come. His love of hiking, of camping, and of paddling continues with him as he creates new adventures. I also love the weeks of volunteering as a cook at Shekinah. It is hard and tiring work, but it is so rewarding. The excitement of the campers, the superhuman abilities of the staff and counselors, and the joy of working together with old or newfound friends in the kitchen combines to create wonderful memories. Watching children unplug and observe and listen to each other and to God's creation is amazing. It is a gift that Shekinah offers to children who don't get that opportunity enough. Most importantly, Shekinah is a place where we come to seek God's presence. We seek it in the beauty of the surroundings and the joy of experiencing that beauty together. Let's continue to share the gift of Shekinah with a world that so needs to unplug from technology and needs to connect with God's creation and with each other. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Paul Olfert, and I live in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I'm a member of the Shekinah board. I grew up in the superb congregation in Western Saskatchewan and attended camp at Shekinah from the age of 7 through my teenage years, and have continued to attend family and other community events at Shekinah, at Timber Lodge, and elsewhere there. Growing up on a farm as I did, Shekinah was not my only opportunity to experience and observe God in nature. However, it was a new opportunity to experience and observe that in a communal way together with others. Living in the city as I do now, I do truly appreciate the value and importance of having a space set aside for that purpose. The urban landscape in which I now live is designed to meet our physical needs and not so much our spiritual needs. So that's an important role that Shekinah fills. I agreed to serve on the Shekinah board when I was invited to do so. It was suggested to me that my work in the legal field might allow me to bring an analytical skill set to the table that might assist. I'm not sure whether or not that's been the case, but I hope so.
What Shekinah means to us. Shekinah means different things depending on the stage of life you're at. When you're a camper, and all 6 of us have been campers, it means something different than when you're a CIT, and 4 of us have been CITs, and counselors. 3 of us have been counselors. 2 of us have been summer program directors, and 2 of us have been board members, and each of those, and we've all been volunteers, and each of those stages, Shekinah means something different. For me personally, it's the lifelong friendships, and it's the most meaningful worship that I've experienced in my life.
For me, it has meant a lot of different leadership opportunities through my roles as counselor and summer program coordinator, and it has given me lots of friendships and many great opportunities.
Shekinah has helped contribute to my love of music.
For me, Shekinah has been a second home over the years and has helped me to become the person that I am, and has really allowed me to make some meaningful friendships.
For me, Shekinah was about learning a lot about life in the midst of some really amazing people and having a great time.
I've had a lot of roles with Shekinah as well, but I think the one common thread through them all is the community that it builds, whether it be the campers that come, the staff that are there, volunteers, the board members. It brings a diverse group of people together sometimes for a common goal. Sometimes they come with different reasons, but they all meld together and feel comfortable in that place. And I think it proves that Shekinah builds community. The timber raising to me just manifests that whole idea of people working together for a common goal, and shows the passion that we have for Shekinah.
A reading from the book of Shekinah, chapter 13, verses 13 and following. And it came to pass that in those days, when Ryan the Terrible ruled with an iron fist, and Terry of Hague was governor of all he surveyed, that the decree went out from Shekinah. Send us your weary, your downtrodden, your weak, also your ungrateful whelps, children. Send us thy young, they said, and for but a few shekels, a mere mite as compared to thy mental well-being, will we indeed watch over them, train them up in the ways of the Lord, and subject them to character-building amounts of locusts and frogs, or at least mosquitoes. And lo, did the parents send their offspring, asking even if the child could be kept an extra 7 days, in order that they facilitate a renewal of their sanity, and perhaps a trip for two to the healing waters of Moose Jaw. And there was great rejoicing, even unto the third and fourth generations. And Craig of Friesen, who had been appointed from on high, oversaw the whole operation. And he was a wise and caring and energetic man, suffering no fools and having no thoughts to the bottom line. I will need a representative, he thought, one to help with the running of the camp, for lo, it is too much work, even for one as amazing as I. And he was known as having an opinion of himself. And the call went forth, and lo, a giant from the south, a great bearded man with a fierce countenance and a kind heart, answered the call and strode forth. Fear not, said he, for I have experience in these matters. And between the two, they did hire counselors of the highest quality, some who had been through the wars of summer camp, and some newbies. We will need to feed the young ones, said Craig, as he was a man of the utmost practical nature, or we run the risk of a mutiny. And the people came to cook, giving of their time and their energy and their best works. And lo, did they end each day tired to the very marrow of their beings as to the work done therein. But, thanks be to God, none went hungry. And yea, the quality of the food was excellent, and they were able to eat, even unto seconds, and some thirds. And thus in unity and with great forbearance did the summer pass. And there was a great cleaning of the tabernacle, and the counselors returned to their villages with a resounding, well done, good and faithful servants. May thy spirits be refreshed with some peace and quiet. And they were gone. And Craig and Matt looked at each other. Another success, quoth Craig. Indeed, said Matt, no child under our care perished. And with that the two embraced and went their own ways, Craig to his house on the hill, and Matt striding off to the south. And the people came to the lodge and said, Lo, this is a wondrous spot, filled with beauty, healing, goodwill, and the Lord's presence. And they came, and they were married, and they had reunion with family, and they renewed friendships. And they ate the fatted calf, and also the mashed potatoes, and the gravy, and the salads, and some even the chicken. And all who gathered were fed, both for their physical being as well as for their souls. And so they left, with great stomachs full of food made by Sherry Lynn and her workers, for they had made enough even for a small army, and none had gone hungry. And so did summer pass into autumn, and so did the people continue to come. And Craig said, we must prepare for the students and teachers who need to experience learning in another setting, and who, he thought secretly, would be wanting to get outdoors for a day of sanity. And so he trained up workers to assist, and the school programming was a great success. And so too did Clay keep the place neat and tidy, and so the buildings were maintained. And when the snows came in winter, did he even clear the snow and give back to the people roads that were passable. And meanwhile, Pat, who sat up on high and kept track of the incomings and outgoings, said to the people, hold on to thy hats, for it seems we may have made even a small profit. And the people rejoiced, and autumn turned to winter, and the people celebrated and sang and fellowshipped and worshipped the Christ child. And so too did the year end on a high and happy note. And in the new year the people observed the admonition, and 6 years thou shalt sow thy land, and shalt gather in the fruits thereof. But the 7th year thou shalt let it rest and lie still. And so the people rested, even though zero-till had been in use for some years. And thus was the prophecy fulfilled. None shall venture forth to the river valley once the temperature plunges into the nether regions of the scales. But as the bear hibernates and yet stirreth once again, so too did Shekinah shiver into life. Registration for summer camp was decreed, and lo, the registrations came, equal and yea more than the previous year. And so too did spring school groups flood to Shekinah, as did also travelers to the Timber Lodge in search of hospitality. And yes, it was good, and the year looked ready to prosper. But hark, what news from the world? A plague had begun, far away, yes, but able to spread like the fleetest gazelle thundering across the plains. And yea, did it affect the chosen, even unto the laying off of good and faithful servants, even unto the closing of the garden of life. And yet there was no time to mourn. Low did the heavens rain, and high did the river rise, and even unto the very heights of the river bank, and then more. The very tabernacle is threatened, even unto the depths of the great waters of 2013, they cried. And there was a great wailing and gnashing of teeth, for those waters had tested the metal of mind, body, and spirit in those dark days. Of good fortune, however, the wise of that time had looked even into the future, and had purchased a water block system. Water to keep out water, they cried. And the waters rose, and rose, and they rose yet again. Help us, Lord, they cried, as the waters rose within a hair's breadth of spilling over into the tabernacle itself. And the Lord heard their cries. And lo, did the dam of ice break, and yea, did the river of life flow once again. And disaster was averted, even unto the new cabins which had been built to withstand such waters. And there was great rejoicing. And the days did drag on. The garden was quiet, save for the animals, those that flew, those that squirmed on the ground, and those that walked on 4 legs. And the future was uncertain, even as the plague began to be controlled. But the people believed, and they gave words of encouragement and told stories of how the Lord had been with them in the past and continued to be with them through other plagues and through other hard times. And so did the people rejoice. They rejoiced in the Lord's faithfulness and determined to do the Lord's work with an uplifted heart. and there was great rejoicing.
All of God's children got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing high. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands because they're anything they got now. Listen to the bass like the bird at the bottom where the bullfrog jumps and the hippopotamus moans and rolls with a big tune. The old cow just goes all of God's children got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high, and some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands because they're anything got now. Dogs and the cats take the part in the middle where the hummingbee hums and the cricket fills and the donkey brays and the pony sings. The wild coyote howls. All the God's children got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands because they're anything they got now. Listen to the dog with the little bird singing the melody and the hello string and the sweet yellow hours at the pub. It's not green. I disagree. All God's children got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands because they're anything they got now. It's a simple song of life that you sing everywhere with the ox and the fox and the grizzly bear and the twinkle heron and the bobtail, the wild raccoon and the turtle dove. Oh, I disagree. All God's children got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands because they're anything they got now.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. On behalf of the board and staff here at Shekinah, we thank you for your past support as well as your ongoing support and prayers.
If you wish to help us continue our mission here at Shekinah, there are a number of ways that you can help us out financially. You can go to our website, shekinah.ca/donate. You can send us an e-transfer at director@shekinah.ca. That's director@shekinah.ca. Or you can send us a check. We really appreciate any and all help that you can give us in these difficult times. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy. From our home to yours, thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Walking in the light. Walking, walking, 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 walking in the light. Walking, walking in the light. It's a sad situation. People running scared. Crazy mixed up world where there's nothing to fear but fear. 2, 3, 4. What do you think those feet are for? Walking, walking, walking in the light. 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 Walking, walking.
Done. Thank you.
Good luck. That's awesome.
They're all going on. They're all going on.
We can run one on the credits.
With all the blueprint. With all the blueprint.